Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just thought I'd show you guys what's the next project on the list. It's this 185 Allis in the background here. I'll turn this around, show you guys. This we had bought quite a few years ago from our good buddies over at Heitman Tractor Salvage, and it had needed a motor in it. And so we had pulled her down and rebuilt it, and it's been a good tractor. I'd turbocharged it a few years ago, and we've been using it on the blower for quite some time. And she has turbocharger. It's actually a whole set HE 351 off of a Cummins, and combine injection pump, a little bit bigger than the original, and then 70-80 tipped injectors in there. And it's been good. It's about 150 horsepower at this level, and but we want something a little bit bigger. Well, a little, not really bigger, but more horsepower on the blower. So this motor is going to get pulled out and put in that D19 over by the machine shed, and this is going to be going in it. It is a 1990 or 91 5.9 Cummins out of a Dodge. Had got a pretty good deal on it. Head had been gone through already. Has ARP head studs. I pulled the oil pan off and pulled the crankshaft out, put new bearings in it. Actually swapped a different crankshaft in it because the original had just a tad bit of scratches on, I think it was one of the rods or the mains. And so I had a good polished standard crank. Threw that in there, new bearings, new ARP rod bolts, and then a reground camshaft from a guy down in local guy that does camshaft grinding. And then I had him drill and tap the end of the cam for a retainer so I can still run the original hydraulic pump on this, so everything will work like it should for the hydraulic system. And it's set at 160 horse, or it was. I don't know. I never even heard it run, but I don't think anybody's been messing with the pump. I did get a new set of injectors instead of the 4x14s. I think the originals are. These are 5x12s. So they are maybe a little bit bigger, not too much, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I only got one side painted. I haven't cleaned this off yet. It was out of a burnt truck, so there's some shit on here that I want to get cleaned off yet. But I did make the adapter plate. I had a local shop take two original 301 plates and drilled for the mounting bolts on the motor, and to get around the right distance I had to use two of them, so they'd be an inch thick. So I cut that off there and stuff and got them bolted together, welded them. And then for the flywheel, it is still an original 301 flywheel that I had re-drilled for the Cummins bolt pattern. And then the piece that you see right there, the shiny piece, that is actually from the Cummins, but for the Allison transmission. Machined it down a little bit to make it a pilot for the original 301 flywheel. It was turned out a little bit here so it would fit right. Drilled it, got it all set in there, and that way it'll take the original 301 clutch and everything, so everything will line up perfectly in the bell housing. Regular, like the 6000 series starters, them work good on the 301, so it should work just fine. I mean, from here back, it's the same starter as what the 5.9 Cummins runs in older Dodges, so it should spin her just fine. I put the water bypass. Well, they use this for the school buses and stuff, for heater out for the back of the school bus. But what it does here, you pop the rear frost plug out, and then you get a little bit more coolant going around the backside of number 6, so it shouldn't get hot back there. Let's see what else. So I cleaned out the oil cooler and stuff, new gaskets there. That's about, new set the valves and everything, new valve cover gaskets. Let's see here. I put the metal gasket in for under the plenum instead of the regular gasket material one, so we shouldn't have no blowouts there. It'll be non-intercooled just like it was in the Dodge. So, let's see. Oh, I also put the viscous dampener on the front from the school bus, so that should be good. And that's pretty much it on the motor there. This thing, she needs a little bit more leakage cleaning up there. We're going to do that and see how many horsepower she has then. So that is the next project here. It does have 18434s. These are 6000 series rear centers that were machined out a little bit because they're metric for the 6000 series, so they're just a tad bit smaller there. So machined them out, bolted them on there, and 18434s on a 185, and actually gives it a good road gear. But yeah, I'll be getting to her one of these days here. I still got to figure out for the oil pan. That's about the only thing that's really holding me up now, because on these I'd almost have to have it come out in about the middle, and I cannot find a center sump oil pan for a 5.9 Cummins. So I don't know, I'll probably have to make one or something. Or I was contemplating on just getting frame rails and front casting and front axle for a 7000. And that way you don't have none of the stuff coming back here. Just make some mounting brackets for the front sheet metal here, and would be good to go, I would think. So I don't know if I'll go that way or what I'll do. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and like and subscribe for more, and I'll have more content coming up.